Question 6. What have you learnt about technologies from the process of making the video? I've learnt many different technical things I can do in post-production that help make my media product better. For example, when editing the piece of work, I was much more aware of the sound quality. To remove background noise, such as obligatory hiss, I applied low and high frequency filters so that only specific frequencies could be played.
Don't talk rubbish. Son, look at me. Don't talk rubbish. Son, look at me.
I also had assistance from online tutorials and a friend to tune the voices so they're a bit louder, clearer and more consistent throughout the video, hopefully making the aural aspects much better. I also wanted to adjust the lighting and cropping to show clear improvement from my prelim project. For example, I applied a crop to my film to make it look a bit more cinematic to the viewer, and also played around with different coloured filters in my video to give the product an aged look. By playing around with a different genre film I had not done before, I was able to learn a few things about making my product much better. Question 7. Look back at your preliminary task. What do you feel you have learned in the progression from it to the full video? There were many different preparations I had learned from my prelim task and applied some of these new practices to the production of my media product. I was keen to be much more prepared for this video and did a lot more planning on what I needed, what I wanted and what could be done. Rather than roughly work around the open use of a familiar drama studio, I wanted to arrange to film on location for somewhere I had not been before. After coming up with some context and a story that could be adjusted to my limits, I set out to look for different preserved railway stations that I could film on. Not only was I much more prepared with the location of filming, I had to prepare everything that I would need for the shoot: actors, costume, camera equipment, lighting and an overall plan. I created a storyboard too, which I had not done in enough detail for the prelim task. The new storyboard was much more detailed with length of shot, movement within the specific shot and specific details. I also set out to get costumes from Cygams so that I could meet the requirements of filming a period drama. I also got word out at Chaos and Young Gen about needing actors, as I wanted as many people as I could to be the main characters and also background characters. I also worked with a few friends from school and my parents to ensure we could get everyone to the location on the day of filming, and have help setting up lighting and cameras, etc. Overall, for this project, I was much more prepared in production and hopefully it shows in the final product. However, to improve I need to work on my scheduling, as I did not film as much as I had hoped. I was quite limited for time on the day of filming and did not film enough takes for each shot to play around with in post-production, meaning I felt limited with what I could work with. However, with this said, I did manage to film everything I wanted, and it proved to myself that I was capable of doing this with plenty of support on a zero budget, a big step in comparison to my previous prelim task.